Now it's time to welcome your very own Wyndham, proudly supported by Victoria University, JRS Engineering, Invicta Performance, and the Tigers Clubhouse. We begin with number 1, Cavion Green. Number 2, give it up for Aaron Dolly. Number 4, Emmanuel Dick. Number 5, please welcome Reese Howard. Number 10, Agram Tom. Number 12, sponsored by Casa Cantina, please welcome Daniel Hurts. Number 13, Toby Ayala. 27, the winner is Paige Mines. Number 30, sponsored by Absolute Surveying, give it up for Oscar Jones. And number 32, please welcome Mel Ale. The coach is Lucas Allen, the assistant coaches are Grant Duca and Chris Culture. Team manager is Michael Dolly. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please be upstanding for the playing of the Australian National Anthem. We also welcome our officials and wish them all the very best for a great contest tonight. We do thank their contribution to our game.
Alrighty, here we go. Welcome everybody. Here we are at Eagle Stadium in the lovely west of Melbourne in Wyndham for this qualifying final for the Big V Championship Men's Division. We have Wyndham to your right of screen and Hume on your left of screen. And here we are, side of court. My name's Mitch. I'm joined on the comms by Jules. Jules, how you going?
Doing great, Mitch. Excellent to be here on this cold winter's evening. Great turnout here, and we know that when these two teams play, it's always exciting. Obviously, Hume winning the first time, and then Wyndham getting the better of Hume the last two. And tell us about, firstly, Hume. How have they done in the last few months leading up to playoffs and finals?
Yeah, that's right. They had a few players coming in and out. I believe there was a few chops and changes, but it looks like they've got a full-strength squad coming into the game tonight. Obviously, a few players averaging. I think one thing with Hume, they've got a good average across the board. Wyndham, obviously, with Reece Howard averaging about 26 a game, but I think Hume have a few guys in and around that 20 to 15 points a game. So look for a big contribution from all the players from Hume, I think, if they're going to be coming up with the goods here today.
What's going to be really interesting to see is, two things. One, how Hume can contain Reece Howard. He has been on a tear and in really good form leading up to playoffs, and what type of defense they throw at him, who they throw at him. Are they going man, zone? That's going to be interesting. Obviously, we saw with Melbourne, not quite the caliber team as Hume. He just had his way, and you cannot give him any room. So it'll be interesting what they do. And then on the other end, we've got number 2, Troyce Manasseh. He is a beast, 6'3", 6'4", plays bigger than that.
Yeah.
First game these two teams played, he caused them a lot of problems.
25-9.
25-9, and he just getting into the lane and making all the right reads. So on the other end, interesting what Wyndham will do to contain him.
I mean, it's a great matchup. That's probably matchup of the day for me is Troyce Manasseh and KG. They're two very big, physical, fast, multiple tools player. So that's probably matchup of the day for me. I know we're not sure if Chris Elder is suiting up, but that would be one to look out for because he's still in the warm-up gear. But Troyce Manasseh and KG. KG obviously off a massive double-double when these teams played in round 16 just about a month or so ago with 19 points and 21 rebounds. Just some monstrous stuff from KG. So, yeah, good battle there with Troyce and KG. Just to touch on this as well, exciting game this is. It's the curtain raiser today.
Yes. What's going on after this?
We've got the Youth League Division 1 Grand Final with the same two teams, Hume and Wyndham, playing there in the Grand Final of that division. And have a look, there's a few players doubling up. I believe we'll see Oscar Jones, Kane Hines, Emmanuel Deng on the Wyndham side. I think we'll see Corey Fiddies.
Yep.
And we'll see Elijah Tay Saifulapolu as well. So there'll be a few players doubling up on their duties here tonight. So exciting night, which is just the curtain raiser. This is just the entree.
Yeah.
This is just the taster. True
battle for the West, though.
Oh, here we go, the mind games. Here we go. Chris Elder's gotten the warm-up suit off and he's on the court. So just trying mind games. Let's go. Quick starting 5 for the away team for the Hume Broncos. We've got Max Vitala, Chris Elder. We have, of course, Troyce Manasseh, McQueen Poundak, and Corey Fiddies. And for Wyndham, we've got Cavion Green, Adetomi Ayalara, Manel Ayol, Abram Tong, and Maurice Howard.
And of course, Poundak, number 21, really, really strong performance. First time these two teams played, caused Wyndham a lot of problems. And I think we are good to go.
Tip-off is controlled by the Broncos. Manasseh straight in, turns around, gives us to McQueen Poundak, and he's in for 2. And the Broncos are off underway straight away. A lot of attention being shown to Maurice Howard. He's off the ball at the moment. KG and Manel Ayol. That's a quick jump ball call there.
And that's Corey Fiddies causing some problems early on.
It looked like a good rotation there because I think that's McQueen Poundak who's guarding Tommy. And Fiddy's rotating around there on that one. It's like Tommy setting a pick for Reece Howard to get through here. But that a few times by the looks of it. And in the post to Tony Ailara.
Good defensive set there by Hume.
The Broncos, very good defensive side.
And as we said, that's what he does, Troyce Manassa. Bullying himself into the lane, causing all sorts of problems. He'll be looking to do that all night.
Yeah, and quick 4 points to McQueen Poundak as well. And Reece Howard getting all sorts of attention here, getting doubled off the inbound pass.
I mean, that's what you got to do with a type of caliber player he is.
So Manel Ayol with the ball up top. He's looking for his options. As Wyndham just need to adjust. We could just see that little play there. There was a little bit of stagnant. They weren't moving around and flowing as smooth and as easily as you would have sometimes seen with Reece Howard. Now having to play off the ball a little bit, so Wyndham going to have to go to a few different looks. They do have the depth to do it. As Poundak is called for the travel. Just talking about depth off the bench. Last time these two teams played, it was Wyndham with 34 points off the bench, which, I mean, when you look at a 20-point ball game, that's the difference right there. So I look to see some of the young guards coming off and helping out Reece Howard, such as Dolney, Oscar Jones, Daniel Herbert as well. So
they're not short for riflemen.
That's right. And Reece Howard here getting himself going. Finds Manel Ayol outside for three. Just couldn't get it to go. Chris Elder for the rebound. A long outlet pass to Fiddies. Manassa slicing through. Bit of contact on the arm. At the very last second too, by the looks of it. Fouls on Manel Ayol. That'll be his first, obviously.
And Hume are ready. I mean, you know, Wyndham got the best of them the last two games, so they feel like they've got something to prove, and they're really coming out with a lot of fire.
And it's a different final setup this year. Last year was best of three. So Wyndham were able to I think they might have dropped a game in one of the semis and came back and won that and then swept Sunbury in the finals. But this is not a best of three. This is a one-and-done situation.
Do you have a preference?
I like the top five finals. I think the best of threes can sometimes be a little bit tricky. Both these teams with a double chance. So the loser of this team will play the winner of the Sunbury and McKinnon game, which will be on later tonight. So double chance for both these teams, whoever the loser is, but they'll be eyeing off there straight through to the grand final. As Abram Tong with a hand on Chris Elder is called for the foul. Very lucky to avoid the N1 situation there as well.
And Chris Elder averaging 16 points a game.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a, I don't know how to describe it, when he's a much better player than 16 a game, I'm thinking Chris Elder.
Definitely influences the game in a lot of different ways as he goes 2 from 2. And Hume look like they're in a press.
Just keeping the ball out of Maurice Howard. KG for a corner three. Just couldn't get it to go. Oh! Maurice Howard from deep knocks down the three.
And Wyndham needed that.
Yeah, it's something that he did a lot in the finals at the back end of last season. As players were manning up pretty hard, he just pulled the trigger straight away. Oh, Manel Ayol with a beautiful ball fake.
Elite level move. Beautiful little spin move there, going at pace. Super body control there. Beautiful finish.
So Elder up top on the three-pointer. Falls short. KG with the block. Oh, just couldn't quite control it. So Manassa looking inside, finds Vitala up and underneath. Beautiful finish from Max Vitala. as Hume off to a hot start. Wyndham still yet to really get themselves going in this game so far.
You can really tell the increase in intensity on defence from Wyndham's last game when they played Melbourne.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful block there.
That was Vitala from the
Vitala.
back.
It's going to be 2 shots for choice.
I think that's called on the floor.
Oh, you're right. I stand corrected.
As Lucas Allen just wanting a little bit more help for Reece Howard. So he's brought in Daniel Herbert, who not only can handle and run the ball, we know he can shoot the ball as well. So Poundak and Manasseh, little 1-2. Manasseh in a beautiful pair of Jordan 13s there. Can't go unnoticed. They go inside now. Ooh, he's got away with a little hook on Tommy Ilara, I think. Had that arm wrapped around. Good box out from Tommy. Finds Reece Howard outside, gets rid of Choice Manasseh. Abram Tong, corner 3. Geez, that's a good looking 3-point shot, isn't it?
He loves the corner 3. He's good at the corner 3.
Everything is so textbook on that 3-point shot.
And beautiful find by Howard in the corner. Great read.
Good composure by Abram Tong. As a blocking foul on Tommy. Yeah, great composure. Abram Tong wasn't a clean pass. Down low to his right. Still had the composure to bring it in, get set into his shot and let it go beautifully just in time.
Oh, KG with the hands again.
Daniel Herbert turning the defense into offense.
It looked like the defense was sort of moving towards Reece Howard in the corner.
Yeah,
like they did respect that.
That's right. No respect for the Daniel Herbert on the break. Poundak flips it out to Manasseh. How's the 3-point shot? No good this time. Good outlet pass from Tommy. Abram Tong's there. Reece Howard says, no thanks. I'll deal with this one myself. All of a sudden, Wyndham with a couple of 3-pointers.
And this is where they're dangerous on the fast break and semi-fast break. That's what they want to do. Looks like Hume wants to slow him down. Wyndham want to get out and run and gun.
Yeah, that's right. And I think that's one of the strengths that was in the game last. The last time these two teams played was the 3-point shooting. As Reece Howard's got another look. Can't get this one to go. Good rebound by Vitala. Yeah, Wyndham was 17 of 42 from 3 in the last game at 40%. And now a steal. Reece Howard in, out. Abram Tong.
Another excellent find by Reece Howard. And Abram Tong. Pure 3 indeed. Beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
I'm sure, Abram does other things well, but just your prototypical 3-and-D, right?
Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And this is the point where Hume start to think, he's off the shot clock there. We go to Reece Howard all the time. All of a sudden, Abram Tong goes bang, bang from the corner. A few eyeballs go different ways. This is where Reece Howard now will get himself going. If they have multiple weapons, this Wyndham team. Daniel Herbert running the point. Reece Howard moving to the 2 by the looks of things here. Abram Tong finds Reece Howard outside. Pick and roll for Tommy. He was looking for KG. That's off hands. Referee had a good look at it.
And that's good effort by KG and Tommy, not giving up on the play.
We've got Chris Carber coming in for McQueen Poundak, who started off strong. Probably the next 6 minutes, a little bit quiet. Just judged on the start that he got off to, so Wyndham obviously adjusted that quite well. Yep. As the T-shirt's no good for Chris Carber. I don't know why. I'm not sure why Reece Howard gets away with the T-shirt, but Chris Carber doesn't. Maybe it was too baggy. Maybe Reece Howard's at one size down. I never understood where that line gets drawn with what colour the shirt has to be. Obviously, whatever Chris had on was not right. Here's Tommy up top. There's the 3-point shot on him. Not this time. Good hands from Elder. There it is.
Beautiful. We know he can shoot it. Close to 40% from 3.
I'm making the call, Jules. Best shooting big man in the comp.
Yeah.
Find me a better 3-point shooter in the comp who plays centre than Tommy Ilara.
and always in the flow of the offense.
Yeah. Oh, they'll draw up plays for him for a three-point shot. Oh, that's Chris Carver.
Nah, I'll still take Toby.
He heard us talking about big men shooting the ball. Had to have his say. Wyndham out front by 6. Needed that Hume just to control things a little bit. Crowd filling up here at Eagle Stadium as well. 1-2 with KG and Reese. He finds Daniel Herbert. Team green light. Couldn't get this one to go.
Beautiful tip in.
You got to box out the big man.
Inside, outside.
Quick 5 points for Tomey. Gets himself going. Fiddy's just had the hand chopped by Reese Howard.
As we see Aaron Dolney averaging 10 points a game, checking in.
He's been really big in this back half of the season for Wyndham.
On both ends. Obviously a guy that can shoot threes, go to the hole, get your points in a hurry, but really, if you watch Aaron, he really plays tough defense, always in the lane. And a bigger guard, he can guard slightly bigger opposing guards. Very versatile.
And he's a hustler.
Yeah.
He's diving on loose balls, he's running back, he's taking charges, he's doing it all. As we've got Elijah Tays, Saifulapolu in as well. And 42 for Hume as Fiddy's is good from the line. So a good look at the benches here for both teams as Saifulapolu was on Dolney and they left Herbert in the corner. You can't do that. You've got to box out KG. 21 rebounds last time these two teams played. He's got a couple already. Fiddy's weaving his way through. Nice pass over the top. Dolney in the corner this time. It's short. Good rebound by Manasseh.
Oh, great hands by Herbert.
Athletic.
Oh! It wasn't a dunk, but it might as well have been.
How's the emotion from Tomey? I haven't seen Tomey that excited all season, and he's thrown some hammers down. As we have a timeout called. It's a chance for everybody to have a little breather after that one.
Great start. And talking about Tomey, I ran into him at the stadium the other day, and he's obviously working on that three, which we just saw him hit. And strong work ethic. He was in the zone, using the shooting gun, and he wasn't missing many. And obviously we're seeing that on display tonight. Strong start from Tomey, not just that three, but doing a good job so far on pound deck, and then obviously making it happen on the offensive end.
And I think the website might be robbing Tomey of a couple of points. He's got the three, he's got the tip in, and that one. He should have 7. Website's saying 5.
Might update in a sec, but you're right, at least 7.
He's got at least 7. And Wyndham shooting it at 50%. Shooting 38-5 from 13 threes in the first quarter. Are you kidding me? Wyndham, if Wyndham have managed to make 20 threes in this game, I don't see them losing it, Jules. I'm making the call. Commentators make bold calls sometimes. If Wyndham keeps shooting the ball at 38% and knock down 20 shots from outside the arc, I think Hume are going to have a lot of trouble keeping up with that. Bold call. Yeah. I know, but you've got to make them sometimes. This is finals basketball, Jules.
I love it.
Saifulapolu back to Elder. Looks like we've got Prendergast on for Hume as well, number 8. Oh, Saifulapolu knocks that one down with a hand in the face. Yeah, that is Prendergast, number 8. Just double checking. There's Herbert just assessing, looking for an option. Tomey up top, denies the handoff. Dolney makes a nice little pass through to Herbert. I could not see that.
Yeah, big man move. So he went up into Chris Carver. It was a physical play, but look, that was the right call, I believe. That was a grown man move, as they say.
That's it. As Kane Hines, number 27 for Wyndham, checking in. Giving Tomey a little bit of a breather. Somehow, KG's got it.
Great hustle, but
Good
Hines.
hustle from Hines. That's what he does. Dolney open for three. Couldn't get it to go. Wyndham flying on the boards again. Crashing hard on the rebounds. And Hines guarding Manasseh. He's not going to give up. KG working hard on Poundak. Don't you dribble that ball near me. That's what you got to do when you're undersized. Someone's posting you up. Get the hands in.
Great defense by Wyndham.
Wyndham are happy with that. If they've got Poundak dribbling the ball, trying to post up, they'll take that all day.
With 3 seconds left in the shot clock, as Dolney
off the glass.
did well to get past Poundak.
Yeah, fantastic finish from Aaron.
Explosive.
Elder sliding through, out to Manasseh for three. That's good from Troyce. As Hume have just gone off, Reese Howard a little bit. We saw them paying a lot of attention early. They allowed him to get it straight down there this time. Shot clock down to 10 for Howard. And KG, a little 1-2. As Kane Hines had the spot, just couldn't control the ball. As that floater from Howard looked nice. That's dangerous for Hume. If he can get the floater going off the dribble, that's trouble.
And if you're Hume, your game plan should be make other guys beat you. If you've got, Howard dancing around, doing what he wants to, it's going to be a long night.
That's right.
Well, good D by Dolney.
Dolney staying in front. Saifulapolu. I have to agree with it. We had a good view of that. Referee, I think he got a bit of his arm.
I think so.
KG probably won't admit it.
And Sefi Apolu's playing in the youth league grand final, I believe.
Him and Corey Fitties, I believe, doubling up for the Hume Broncos. Big night. Qualifying final in 2 games in one night's a big night any day of the week. Qualifying final into a grand final, like that's either a great night, but again it's really hard. You got for both. Either way, there's going to be a player playing in this game who's going to play in the next game. You know, let's say it's Elijah Tay Saifulapolu. They potentially lose this game, and then they lose the grand final in the youth league. He's going to be upset. Shame about the youth league. Then to switch back on, he's got to double up, go again next week, get himself back up for that game. You know, or it's
a bit of an emotional roller coaster, isn't it?
Yeah. So I mean, ideal sense. We are the Wyndham commentators. We're going to be a bit partial. So let's, it's a similar situation for Oscar Jones, Kane Hines, Deng. Those guys could potentially win this game, win the grand final. Great. Let's have a responsible party afterwards. But we've got a game next week. We've got a grand final. Well, actually 2 weeks. You get a week off. So maybe there's a little bit of time to let the hair down.
Yeah.
But again, with another game next in a week and a half. Oh, sorry, 2 weeks, I should say. As we've got 0.9, so enough time for a tip in for the Broncos. Wyndham looking just to grab this one. As there's no way Howard gets a three-pointer off.
That felt like a long 0.9, didn't it?
I agree. I don't know how he got from under the ring to the three-point line in 0.9 of a second.
Is he that quick?
He's not that quick. All right. Great first quarter of basketball.
Absolutely. Look, Hume came out strong. Wyndham hadn't seen that type of defence in a few weeks, so I don't want to say it rattled them, but it was different, right? Different than your Camberwell defence or your Melbourne Uni defence. But look, they were able to adjust, and once they got on that fast break, semi-fast break, Howard did his thing, was able to find other players with Tong hitting a couple of threes. The court just has opened up, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Just to touch on the points off the bench I mentioned earlier. Currently Hume 7, leading 6 to Wyndham. So good contributions off the bench so far for both teams. We'll take that. Just give me 1 second.
So, Mitch, are you saying likely, not to put you on the spot, mate, the likely grand final is going to be on the 26th of August.
So
is that right?
the winner of this game has the week off, and then they'll play the winner of Sunbury and McKinnon on, I guess that'll be Saturday night. You wouldn't have it any other time. The winner of that then through to the grand final, I believe, is Nunawading Basketball Stadium on Saturday night, which will also be the Champ Women's grand final. So the Champ Women's in the top 4 final series are playing a best of 3. Wyndham start that tomorrow against McKinnon, I think. I haven't checked the women's one. I've been so worried about getting prepped for this one. The women's game I've forgotten all about. But we're focused on the men's game here at the moment. Hume going all the way around into Matt Foster Jr. Out now to Prendergast for 3. That's halfway in, then out. Kane Hines out to Tomey. And Hines hits the deck. I didn't see who it was on, but someone was pushing Kane Hines at the deck.
Yeah, I couldn't see, but I just saw him fall.
Elijah Saifalopoulos, thank you, Wes, our court announcer across from us. Extra pass, Dolney in the corner, gets Prendergast moving. Floater from Dolney, nice. It's something you don't see a lot from Aaron Dolney, a floater.
As Troyce Manasseh bullies his way in.
Well, as good a defense that was by Tomey. Troyce Manasseh, too good.
I'll keep saying this, but Troyce Manasseh getting 2 feet in the lane, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
He needs to look to do that all game.
Oh, beautiful work from Wyndham. Tomey can't finish it off. Kane Hines on the rebound, hustling again. Great offensive set by Wyndham. The touch pass from Herbert was fantastic. As Manasseh outside. Now Elder. Dolney shuffles across. This zone collapses. Allows Manasseh some space. Can't knock the 3 down. Are you happy with the Troyce Manasseh 3? If you're Wyndham?
That looked pretty open. So, if you're Wyndham. I'd rather him shoot the 3s than go into the lane and cause all sorts of problems. But we know he can hit them.
Absolutely. We'll get up the stats for you.
I'd want to make it a little bit harder for him than what I just saw.
Saifalopoulos can't get that one to go. Reece Howard with a rebound. These Wyndham guards in all grades love a guard. Sorry, these Wyndham teams love a guard getting a rebound. Oh, beautiful finish. Yeah, they really encourage their guards to grab those boards because it gets the offense going so quickly. Causing these troubles for the defense. The Wyndham, that's what some of the women's team do so well.
How are we looking for 3-point percentage for Troyce Manasseh?
Troyce Manasseh, okay, he's a 32% 3-point shooter. So I guess for Wyndham, you're probably not happy with him shooting open 3s. You've got to at least get a hand in the face.
And right on cue, Troyce Manasseh gets 2 feet in the lane. A nice little, call it a jump shot. Good hands there.
Stripped. Good defense from Hines. Disrupting the shot from Saifalopoulos.
On an island by himself.
As Herbert, 3-pointers in and out. Still stuck here at a 7-point ball game where it's been for most of this quarter. The Broncos going to the bench looking for 3 guys to come in a moment. As Manasseh out to Saifalopoulos, good for 3. As we've got a whistle and a timeout. I think that's called by Wyndham.
And Saifalopoulos having a good impact on the game on both ends.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's his second 3-pointer so far. Yeah, it would be his second triple. So
7 points for the game so far. Does that sound right?
That would be right. 7 points at a very good percentage. He's 2 from 3 from beyond the line, and where is he? 1 from 2, so shooting at 75% so far. So very effective, and points off the bench for Hume as well, which was a big factor in them not winning the game last time. It's keeping him in this one. It's back to 4 points, as Hume have been strong this quarter. 7-4 early on in the second quarter.
And you'd expect that. I mean, down by 7 going into the second. This is not a team that's going to roll over easy. So I expect a dogfight.
Absolutely. I was just seeing a few of the Youth League boys sitting courtside here, getting themselves dialed in. If you just look to your right there, Jules, you'll see Darian Herbert.
Ah, yes.
In case you would think you were seeing double with Daniel out on the court.
No, I've done my research, and I know of Darian Herbert, and he's definitely one to watch in the youth game.
Darian Herbert. Look out for Josh Norling. Actually ended up winning the championship with Wyndham in the men's team just a season ago. Now leading the Youth League team, so that's an asset. And he's going at about 30 points a game alongside Oscar Jones, who we haven't seen yet today. Dolney on a quick catch and shoot.
Beautiful looking stroke.
We often talk about the speed of the release on Maurice Howard. Aaron Dolney didn't even bring that one down, did he? Just caught it up high and shot it. Eyes in the back of his head, Daniel Herbert. And a quick 5 points for Wyndham. Just stretching things back out.
And we've got number 19, Corey Bellman, checking in for the first time.
Elder for 3, couldn't get it to go. Vitala probably had the shot straight away as Manasseh's wide open. There he is, 36% three-point shooter, we just said. Getting a good look at that one there. Tommy, hands off to Dolney. Herbert open. Herbert for 3.
And we know he can do it. Hit 7 of 9 probably about a month ago. That's a pretty good three-point percentage.
Manasseh again. Don't turn around, Hume. This ball's coming straight back down. No time for the Broncos. The recovery on that play, probably that's from both Aaron and Kane.
Yeah.
Good defense from Chris Elder.
Yeah.
Stripped Dolney. Kane Hines, head on a swivel, catches it, tips it back to Dolney, who didn't blink. He got stripped, but stayed with the play. Yeah. You see some players get frustrated after the strip, switch off for a split second. He had that, even though he lost it, he knew where it was. Kane Hines back, 1-2. Quick work from Wyndham.
And then on the other end, Troyce Manasseh. Ask me again, if I'm Wyndham, am I happy with him shooting the 3?
I don't think so. After that. Yeah. No, I think we're Manasseh, where are we? He is 2 from 3 from beyond the line. So shooting that at a good percentage so far. That might even be more. I think that hasn't updated just yet. Yeah. So here's Vitala, and he finds Elder.
And we've got Dolney on Manasseh. This is a good matchup.
Yeah. Box him 1? No, man. Fitties.
Excellent defense by Kane Hines.
Yeah, Kane Hines just getting that, using the body. Get the body in front. Keep the hands out of the way.
He's really a coach's dream, isn't he? Isn't he?
An absolute dream to coach.
Just works hard. A lot of boards, takes the charge. Hands on everything. Oh, just a veteran move. Once he got his hit past Bellman, that was it. That was it.
He had Bellman sized up back here, didn't he? He had Corey Bellman sized up in the backcourt. He knew what he was doing straight away. Great move by Reece Howard. That floater, I think he missed the one just a moment ago. Made the adjustment this time. Herbert closes out. Good shot.
Bellman replies.
Corey Bellman.
And everyone on Hume needs to know where Reece Howard is on all times.
Oh, good crossover. I think Dolney knew that one.
That's probably the right call.
Yeah, I agree. So we saw a little taste of the Reece Howard crossover there. We were chatting about the street ball earlier. That's straight from the N1 mixtape. Snatching that one right to left. I think Corey Bellman got lucky. He made the pass and not the shot. Would have been a good little clip to clip up there for the Big V top 5 with the crossover into the mid-ranger. Manasseh finds Poundak outside. No one's boxed out on Vitala. Easiest jump shot of his life, Max Vitala. Couldn't get it to go. Herbert comes up with the loose ball.
And Poundak made a strong start, but we haven't really seen much of him until now.
Wyndham just adjusted really well to whatever it was they made. It's Kane Hines has an open three, doesn't want to shoot it. Yes, there we go. Kane Hines couldn't get this one to go. Doesn't put up volume. Kane Hines, I think I saw a stat. Let me just see. Field goal percentage. Field goal percentage leader for Wyndham.
Kane Hines.
Kane Hines. I think that's on very few shots, just judging by the way he plays his offense.
Probably close to the basket. A few dunks.
Yeah, definitely.
He's a leaper.
Yes. Good rebound from Abram Tong on the miss from Max Vitala. As Hines on the slash. Spins out. Wyndham just resetting here in the post. Tomey with a bit of height on Manasseh. Kane Hines steps out for three. As I talk about his field goal percentage, he's gone 0 for 2. Doing me a favour, Kane Hines. As Elder hasn't been able to get the three-point shot to go. Reese Howard working real hard on the boards.
Great find. And the Hume faithful did not like that.
There's a lot going on just there. As I think there was the great spin move by Tomey into the layup. Poundak coming across, fouling. I think that's the right call. I think the ball had not touched the backboard yet. I think Poundak put that into the backboard. I think Wyndham were thinking it's backboard then again, because that would obviously be a goaltender and points were good. For the foul and 2 shots for Tomey Ailara. Spin move and the handles from
very
Tomey.
smooth, very smooth.
The guy's like 6'8", just spinning through the lane. And good from the line, Tomey. 9 points. As I think he's been robbed of 2 somewhere on the Big V scorecard. Swinging it out, Manasseh. Guarded by Abram Tong. That's Vitala inside, kicks it out in the corner, couldn't see who it was. Saifulopoulos flying, making some space for himself.
Who gets that to? Was that Saifulopoulos or is that Poundak?
They both had a hand on it. I think you could give them one each. Pushing foul called on Daniel Herbert. 7 points still. Wyndham, great quarter of basketball.
And Daniel Herbert getting some really good minutes.
He's a great, obviously has come along as the season's progressed, but has really stepped up into this second fiddle role to Reese Howard. Obviously Wyndham have other guards on the court, Manel Ayol, Abram Tong, Aaron Donnelly, but we're talking about in transition with the handles and the speed and the reads. They're probably not as quick as Daniel Herbert. They're not slow.
Yeah.
Don't let Aaron Donnelly hear me say he's not quick.
And
you know he's going to go back and watch this. But Daniel Herbert in transition gets out and runs with some speed. We haven't seen Oscar Jones. He's much the same. But, yeah, it's a great second fiddle off the bench to help out with Reese Howard when he's getting the close attention that Hume are giving him.
And probably after Reese Howard, although you could say Reese Howard's a combo guard, can play 1, can play 2. Probably after him, Daniel Herbert's probably the closest pure point guard, I would say.
I agree. Yeah, he's definitely seems like that. Yeah, real. He probably plays more in the shooting guard role with Reese on the court. Yeah. But if he was in a different team, you could definitely see him starting on the point.
You wouldn't say Aaron, Oscar, Abram, none of those guys. They're more sort of wings, 2 guards, 3 men.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though, more than capable of bringing up the ball, but
that's just the role they're playing in this team, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Hume's done a good job, actually. We spoke at the quarter-time break about Wyndham knocking down 5 triples. And that being a problem area for Hume. They've only added 2 to that tally so far this quarter.
Unlucky cross court there.
So yeah, Wyndham have not been able to get a lot of shots off. Still at 38%, but 7 of 18. So haven't been able to get up the volume they were getting up in the first quarter. So obviously Hume have made an adjustment there just to sort of close out on the threes a little bit more. But still a minute and a half of basketball to go. Wyndham can get some shots off in some very quick time as Herbert.
Good job by Manel, keeping the play alive. Oh, beautiful hands, Sofiopoulos.
Manasseh working hard inside. Reece Howard comes up with it, the loose ball.
Beautiful Euro step. So many tricks in his bag.
Get the passports and stamp it on a European vacation.
Oh, you thought of that earlier in the week, didn't
Nah,
you?
that's off the top of the head, mate.
Love it. European vacation.
It was the exaggerated too. It was
Yeah.
the big right, left, and then even the extension on the flick as well.
The ability to go full pace and slow down like that, that's an elite level move.
Manel Ayol. Jeez,
Yeah.
how's that 2 steps from the three-point line?
Just so long. Always looks like he's in slow-mo.
Mr. Fantastic, just the elastic arms and legs. I think he uses that 0 gather step, whatever you want to call it. I think we call it a gather step, and then the 2. Oh, Abram Tong. Reece Howard
Beautiful hang time.
contorts his body as he's gotten himself going after some close attention. He's up to 14 points, and that's just about where the lead is for Wyndham. 13 points going into the half. Manasseh with about 20 on the clock, looking to do something about that. Vitala, screen from Poundak. Little hezzy, gets broken up. Little spin around. As Poundak with the exclamation point on that one. Howard's got time. Ooh, as I don't think that was off in time anyway. Wow. That game was stuck at 7 points for about 9 minutes of that quarter. All of a sudden, a good last minute. Wyndham have made it 11 points.
Wyndham done really well to adjust to that, and they look so dangerous when we're in that semi-transition.
Transition. I mean, Reece, it's not something you see a lot from Reece Howard, is the transition game. We've seen the Euro, we've seen the hold you off the glass. He's got all the tools, and he waits to the finals time like he did last year to bring out the deep 3 and the floater. He's brought out the transition game here, so I'm sure we'll probably have a few viewers from Sunbury and McKinnon, because that game doesn't start till 7:30. So if you are from Sunbury and McKinnon, hope you're enjoying the game so far. Obviously doing some scouting reports on Reece Howard. So look, we've got a little break. We're going to take a little breather, and then we will be back with a fantastic second half in what is just the entree game here tonight. Of course, we have Hume v Wyndham in the Youth League Division 1 Grand Final coming up after this. See you soon. Alrighty, about 10 minutes goes by in a flash. And we're back here. Reece Howard finds Tomey outside. Good read from Manel Ayol, had that tracked. He had that the whole way down. He knew where that was landing, straight in his lap. Easy 2 points, 13-point lead for Wyndham. Hume need an answer. Need a hot start to this quarter. They don't want this lead to get out to 20 points.
And they need more help. It's been the, right on cue.
It's been the choice.
Chris Elder. It's been the choice. Manasseh show, yeah, for sure, with 15 points. We know Elder's more than capable. Poundek as well, but we need a few of the other Hume guys stepping up a bit.
Tommy O'Lara up top, 1-2 with Howard. Pump faked about 3 players there. How many hands went up on that pump fake from Reece Howard? I think I saw at least 3 hands up.
And a nice little play for Howard, who inbounded the ball and curled around. This is a good matchup. I like to see Elder and Howard.
Yeah. As Vitala just gets a hand on the inbound pass, breaks up a little bit. Good read from the Broncos. With Vitala looking inside. As Elder off the glass, couldn't get the finish.
And this is where Wyndham are dangerous. Tong in the corner, no good that time.
That is a dangerous 3, isn't it? Couldn't let us go this time.
That's his spot. He'll keep lighting it up from there. Oh, nice little backdoor to Manasseh. That was beautiful. Excellent read by Elder.
17 for Manasseh now. KG for 3. Looks good out of the hand. He liked it. It was just off. Poundek gets a hard screen. Cleans up Howard. Manasseh, 3-pointers short over the back. Vitala for the rebound. Was looking for Poundek. Is only able to find the hands of Tommy O'Lara. Elder gambling.
Oh, that would have been beautiful.
He's done that a few times, lunging at the ball. Oh, Fiddies. Beautiful finish.
And Elder has been doing an exceptional job getting in the lane.
Good job by Howard to find Tomey outside on the double team. The lefty floater this time from Howard. And a foul called on Tommy O'Lara. It's going to be his 3rd. He's going to have to just be a little bit careful now. Looking to play big minutes for Wyndham here in this matchup.
And hasn't actually sat at all so far.
Yeah.
Obviously, Wyndham not a big team, so they're going to count on Tomey. And so far, he's been doing a great job on Poundek.
Manasseh, 3 from the corner, no good. Fiddies is there for the rebound this time. Couldn't come up with it. KG in transition is dangerous. Makes the pass out to Abram Tong. 3-pointer was off the back of the ring this time. Fiddies now taking it back down. Howard lucky enough to get the foul called on him there.
As we see Manel Ayol on Chris Elder. Might look to slow him down.
Poundek on a beautiful fadeaway.
Up to 19 points.
Foul's called. Points are good. Foul is called on Abram Tong. Must have just been on the rebound, so the foul's been called on the floor, so it was off the ball. And he's going to have a little rest. Abram Tong, a little breather. Aaron Dolney checking in.
As Chris Carver checks in for Corey Fiddes.
KG getting hands in the way. Vitala kicks out to Elder. Now Chris Carver in the high post. Finds Poundek.
and we know they were going to mount a comeback. This Hume team is tough.
Yeah, back to 3 points. It's been a great third quarter. So Manel Ayol just called for the carry just on the spin move. So what do we got the scores this quarter so far? Oh. Good work from Tommy on the boards, fighting off a couple of players. Oh!
That would have been dangerous.
I haven't seen KG go for a dunk the entire season. That's the first dunk he's attempted the whole year, I reckon.
Yeah, at least from games at Wyndham.
I haven't seen. Yeah. That's he wanted that one bad. He was.
A lot of respect, because that was not an open lane. So
yeah, that's right.
He would have posterized whoever was under.
I think that was Vitala. So yeah, it's a 10-2 quarter for Hume so far. I think Aaron and Max Vitala just having a little laugh about that one.
Aaron Dolney's another guy that goes for it like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Elder slicing through, just couldn't get the finish.
And I know I said it before, but I'll say it again. The key to this right now for Hume is Elder. He is making everything happen. Unlucky on that play, but he's causing problems for Wyndham getting into the lane. Great hustle there from both teams. And Mitch, was it you that said this or possibly someone else? Usually the player that jumps on the floor first, their team gets the ball.
Look, I can't take credit for it. That was a women's player, Zoe Zwirling, joining me on the comms. She was talking about the big praise for the loose ball getters. There was players diving all over the place there. It was Aaron Dolney had a good couple of hands on it.
Max Vitala
was diving one. Chris Carber was happy to stay on his feet that time. I see the veteran diving around too much. And it's actually ended up with a jump ball call. So good work by Carber to force the jump ball in favour of Hume this time. Poundak outside at 3.
KG with another rebound.
Is that Hume's best look? Huey Poundak popping a 3 with 20 seconds on the shot clock. I'm not 100% sure.
Probably not.
Speaking of big men shooting it. Beautiful read from KG. Beautiful read from Tommy Ailara to find him. Manasseh finds the way through. It's going to be the third foul on Tommy Ailara.
And the 21st point for Troyce Manasseh.
Wow. Go on.
As Manasseh looks to add to his tally. That's all I had, Mitch.
I'm glad we waited for it. Manasseh makes good on the free throw. Hume going back to putting some pressure on Howard on the ball. So look for Wyndham to adjust and to give some help.
You feel the intensity rising
after the break.
Yeah,
I agree 100%. Just in time, geez. You've got, what, 5 seconds to get that ball in?
It was close.
It's 4.5. KG on the step back. Couldn't get it to drop. Good box out from Carber on Kane Hines. And the Broncos taking things back down. 3 points down. Vitala. Step back. Turns it down. Dolney hassling. I was just about to say fantastic defense by Aaron Dolney, but boy, the shot from Max Vitala was...
That was Larry Bird-esque. not just because he wears number 33.
Dolney, three-pointer looks good. Couldn't get it to drop. 1 point ball game here. Hume just one basket away from hitting the front. Watch for the Broncos crowd to light up if that goes down. Manasseh spinning. KG coming across.
Good help from KG, unlucky there. Picks up the foul. As Daniel Herbert checks in for Manel Ayol. And you just feel like this is going to go down to the wire, right?
Absolutely.
There's no way this isn't going to be a close game come the end of the fourth.
As Manasseh travels, I guess established a pivot foot, and then I can't remember. I'm not quite sure how that works before the dribble. Sometimes it's a bit tricky to see though, especially from this side of the court. So Herbert, yeah, this is what I thought might happen. As soon as Hume go back to high pressure on Howard, Lucas Allen goes to Daniel Herbert, which was a big factor in that second quarter when they were able to break away a little bit.
That's great defense by Elder.
As Howard was about to count that. Hume Broncos, I'm waiting for the eruption. We'll have to give a bit of silence if they get this bucket here. It's going to go up if they get the lead. Look, I'm happy with that foul from Kane Hines. I think he was just about to be beaten by Poundak, which would have given him the baseline for the jam. There's no way Poundak goes off the glass with a layup.
And then the crowd really would have lost
so
it.
A momentum shift. I think it's a good shooting foul call. I think it was in the act of shooting, even though it was early. But you don't want to give the momentum of a big jam to hit the front. If he's going to knock down 2 free throws to hit the lead, you'd probably settle for that. But it's Poundak. What are the percentages for McQueen Poundak? He's in there twice. They must have changed his name midway through the season as he knocks that one down. But shoots the free throws at about 60%. So Wyndham probably happy setting into the line. Especially Kane Hines doesn't pick up a lot of fouls.
Yeah.
Dolney, Vitala made a good ground on the defensive end as Darren couldn't get that one to go.
Chris Carbo with some valuable minutes.
He's been great off the bench, yeah. Elder finds Vitala.
And they're going down to Poundak, down low.
Good defense from Hines. It's KG and Chris Carber hitting the deck hard.
Always with ribs for KG, obviously putting his body on the line. There's been a few games where he's done something. It looks like he's done something to his ribs.
He just gets hit all the time. Yeah, I think you don't. You don't play defense the way he does without picking up a few knocks.
He's one of the team hardwoods, right? Always getting on the floor. Kane Hines, another one. Chris Carbo looks to shoot 2 free throws. 57-57.
Yeah, tight game.
Can't ask for much more.
Yeah. Subdued reaction from the Hume crowd as they hit the lead. It's been a nice back and forth, bit of an arm wrestle sort of game. No team really being able to get in control. Wyndham had a little period of time where they got up to about 12, 13 points, just around that half-time break.
Yep, in that second.
Sorry, just before the quarter-time break. Yeah, sometime in that second quarter, but Hume have adjusted well. And
good job by Daniel Herbert.
Looking dangerous. They're probably very unlucky. Herbert at the very last moment went for the pass. He probably could have. Would have been a shooting foul if he had went for the layup, but he made the read for Hines. As this is about as small ball as Wyndham get.
Yeah, with Kane Hines and Tommy O'Hara both on the bench.
Hines can't. KG can't get the three-pointer to go. That's a piece of the arm, Chris Carber. Yes, you had the ball, Chris. You had a fair chunk of KG's arm as well, I think. There's no doubt he had the ball. No one's saying he didn't have the ball. Just a whole heap of forearm as well. KG to the line. Needing a couple of free throws here just to keep themselves in this one. As we're gearing up, we're getting to as far as curtain raisers goes, there's going to be a great fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Getting things pumped up for the Youth League boys.
Not
Hume
too many
Wyndham.
vacant seats here at Wyndham Stadium.
Yeah, they didn't pull out the grandstand behind us this time, but it's almost up to the occasion. Elder looking for an option. Prendergast outside for three. Couldn't get it to drop. KG finds his way under the ring, picks up the rebound. Now Howard. He wants to ISO with Elder. Switches up to Manel Ayol. Little baseline jumper from KG. It's a good big man weapon to have, the baseline jumper. As Elder outside to Vitala as an offensive foul's called. Elder just pushing, shoving. Had my eyes on the ball, didn't see what that was. That's the thing with the three referees. I think this is probably the first time I've seen three refs all season. Those off-ball things getting picked up a lot more.
And Hume have done a good job on Reece Howard. It's really slowed him down this quarter. And we know he has got range.
Let's not let Daniel Herbert get hot. That's on the scouting report if you're Hume. He's off the bench. He's an underrated player. Is Manasseh. As it looked like it was Kaba and Manel Ayol just tangled up. It's unlucky for Manel.
Corey Fittis checks in for.
He's been great for Hume. He'll be a weapon in this next game.
I'm looking forward to seeing him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He puts up some numbers in the Youth League. I'll leave those stats for the next game.
Yeah, that's right.
As Carbo goes 1 of 2.
4 points in favour of Wyndham. Howard guarded by Elder. Fitties has the report on Herbert.
Shooters roll. And a beautiful find by Herbert. Chris Carbo down low. Wyndham are small right now. They'll look to exploit that. And he's been getting to the free throw line a fair bit here.
Yeah,
good minutes from
fourth foul on Manel as we see Kane Hines checking in. That's a matchup you almost go to just to draw the foul.
Yeah.
Like there's just, I think Manel to try and shut down Carver has to go over physical. And just we saw giving away the foul there. I think it's 2,002 possessions. Manel Ayol's given away on Chris Carver. So not only, limiting Wyndham on the defensive end, but Manel Ayol can be a real threat on the offensive end as well. So with him on the bench, that's,
And then Poundak now checking in. I dare say Tomi Olara is going to check in. Although with a minute left, maybe Coach Allen will let it ride.
Save him for the fourth quarter. It's Herbert looking for one, looks and finds Howard. Goes to the floater. Puts it back out to 7 points. Fitty's outside. They had a matchup on Carver with Herbert. Poundak in the high post with Hines. Jabbing, mid-range is good.
And back to a 5-point game.
Herbert just keeps himself in. Finds KG outside, tiptoes.
Dangerously close to the line.
Was. a hold of the jersey. That's going to be 2 free throws for Reece Howard. Reece Howard, good from the line. Not a lot of free throws for Reece tonight. Might be his first trip.
Yeah. And he shoots it at a high percentage, close to 90%, I think. Yep, 90.
It makes the both this time. Oh, Fiddy's on the follow-up. Just couldn't get it to go. As it's a great quarter of basketball from both teams.
And it really has felt like a bit of a game of runs, hasn't it? With Wyndham.
So it's a 7-point ball game. Look, if this game finishes at 7 points, that's a very fitting result, I feel like. It's just been that.
Yeah.
You know, it's been back and forth. Wyndham have just been that. They're not even a step in front, half a step in front, a shoulder in front, you know, just that little bit. It's been Wyndham getting in front, Hume reacting, bringing it back, wrestling it almost to where they're getting on top. Wyndham make a move, Hume then have to react and catch up. It's just been Hume are just playing from behind ever so slightly. But it's been a great game of basketball. I think this is one of the best games I've watched so far from both teams. You know, high scoring, but not a shootout. Both teams looking at, you know, 80 to 90 points for the game, which has been round about where these teams have been all season.
What you'd expect when, you know, 1 and 3 matchup, and only one in the regular season, only one win separated them. So, you know, that top 5 was just so close. And it'll be interesting on the defensive end if Hume can, you know, continue to slow down Wyndham. Obviously, Wyndham want to get out, run and gun, and we saw how that worked for them in the second quarter. But yeah, it'll be interesting, you know, what Hume does here on the defensive end.
I'm looking to see who steps up here for Wyndham.
On which team?
Sorry?
On which team?
For Wyndham, I think it's going to be someone. It's going to be Reece Howard. He's going to have a good fourth quarter. We know that. But we've got Cavion Green with 11, Abram Tong with 10, Tommy with 9 points, depending on who you ask. Aaron Dolney 8, Herbert 10. There's a lot of guys who are ready to put 10 points on this quarter and break things up for Hume. As Dolney's got it up top. Dolney on the step away.
Tough shot.
Good work from Saifullah too.
Good defense by Hume, not allowing Wyndham to have too many options.
Carver elevating on the mid-range.
The lefty posts him up, shoots the 3, and the mid-range. As Elder makes Reece Howard work.
Howard couldn't get the layup to go. Poundak. As we have a foul called on a hold, loose ball. So it's going to be a Hume ball on the baseline. Saifullah, baseline ball, looking up top. Elder back at the halfway line. Carver finds Manasseh, blocked. I think that might have been KG. Howard Finds Dolmy. Bang!
Beautiful.
Aaron Dolmy.
With a quick release. Oh, right back at ya. Sophia Palu. Beautiful stroke. That's an offensive foul on Reese Howard. And Elder is playing quite the game on both ends.
Just the first foul for Reese Howard. Doesn't pick up too many. Chris Elder finds Carver out on the three-point line. So 2 points now. Hume needing an answer. The volume in this place is just starting to ramp up as well. It's Herbert. Finds Tommy. KG stepping back into a three. Oh, yes. Cavion Green for 3 points. When he catches in rhythm, it's such a smooth shot, isn't it? Manasseh.
Oh, beautiful crossover.
He saw Manel there with 4 fouls. Knew he had the chance to take him on. Manel Ayol for 3. In and out. Couldn't get it to go. Wyndham 3 points. Elder. Slicing through.
And that's going to be number 2 on Reese Howard.
He wouldn't tell you that. He was shocked. I think it was the ref. He was complaining to one referee, but I think it was the referee back here that called the foul.
Yeah. He's not happy about it.
There's Chris Elder. Am I right in saying Chris Elder has 5 points?
That's hard to believe. He just looks like he's impacting game in so many different ways. But yeah, 6 points now. That is surprising.
If you had told me after 3.5 quarters of basketball, Chris Elder's going to have 6 points, I would have thought that Hume were down by 20. As Herbert couldn't get it to go. Ball's tipped around. Tommy Ilara manages to control it. Howard gets the floater going again. 20 points for Reese. Lead still at 3. Chris Elder shows his floater.
Poundak with the 2.
Reese Howard looking for an option. Has it up top, has Manasseh guarding him.
And
Reese
they are throwing everything at Reese Howard.
Good rebound by Carver. Follow up.
Tommy Ailara letting him know about it.
Big
that was
rebound.
a big block.
Big block. Big rebound. As we got a timeout called.
Well, can't ask for much more than that. 79-78 with 6 minutes left.
It's fantastic.
And Mitch, it is loud in here.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, volume amping up. I think it's also like the echoing factor. I feel like that wall behind almost pushes the sound back towards us. These microphones picking up plenty of background noise. This is nothing, right? I mean, just to wind the clock back, I could find the video if I went back that far, and it was the women's grand final here last year. So the champ women's Wyndham versus
Pakenham?
It was Bulleen.
Yeah.
Bulleen. And that's some serious noise.
Yeah.
We had someone with a drum. There was just a single drum just being banged, and then there was like a Milo tin with a couple of bolts in it, just being rattled. That was Diani Ananiev. That was her mum, just rattling that can. And then there was probably, I'd say that's probably about 80% of what was there for the final last year. Yeah. So it was probably another 50 people jammed into those seats across from us.
I must admit, I really have to focus here in the fourth because it is loud.
It's hard to commentate sometimes. You're so focused on just watching the game. So we'll try our very best for this last couple of minutes as Reece Howard and Herbert. Little handoff to Tony Ailara. I've seen that a few times before. Herbert from downtown off the front of the ring. Good rebound from KG.
Oh, Safopolu.
Safopolu's been great. Good work from Vitala. Good hustle. Outside finds Manasseh. Elder for three. That's off. Good rebound by Manel Ayol. KG. Let's get the I haven't looked at who has a rebound here tonight. It's been pretty even across the board for both teams, I think. No one really. Tony Ailara with 9 for Wyndham's been good on the glass.
And there's another one.
That's 10 for Tony. And off his head. So Tony Ailara, 10 points. So 10 rebounds to go along with 7 points. It's KG's fouling choice. Manasseh this time.
Unlucky. He made him turn and just bailed him out in the last minute there.
And Max Vitala's got 10 rebounds for Hume.
That's a sneaky 10. He averages 6 a game.
And Elijah Saifolopolu with 2 steals. Good defensive pressure. Well, they've kept KG to only 1 steal. He can rack up some steals. I think last time he had, earlier in the season, I think he had 6 steals against Hume.
6 steals against Hume. Wow.
As Manasseh hits the free throws, makes the pair, and puts Hume in front in this ball game for the first time since about the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. Can they hold on to it? That'll be the question. Manel Ayol stripped on the way in. Manasseh in transition. Finds Fiddy's up and under. Couldn't get it to go. Good box out from KG. Someone went for the tip, couldn't see who it was.
And they're just doubling Howard any chance they get. Their defense is relentless. Big rebound by KG.
That'll be his 9th. And a trip to the line for KG. A couple of big free throws. I think an arm wrestle. I described this game as an arm wrestle before. That's probably the most fitting way to describe it. And just which way will this fall? So well, look out for dangerous. Just talk about the next game we've got going up with us here with the Youth League. Oscar Jones yet to play a minute in this game. He's having fresh legs for the Youth League Grand Final. Look out.
He will be ready.
KG missing the second. This game's tied up at 80 apiece. 4.5 to play. 4th quarter action. Manasseh been fantastic here tonight. 2 points.
That's 28 points for Troyce Manasseh.
28.
Correct. Great hustle by KG. As Aaron Dolney checks in.
Timeout called.
Timeout. Well, you just feel like Hume are executing with a little bit more authority on the offensive end right now. And they've really made Wyndham feel uncomfortable here in the 4th.
Yeah, Wyndham just look a little bit like that. The double teams on Reece Howard in the half court been really dangerous. They'll need to work something out there, Wyndham, and give some more help. I think we saw Dolney checking in. It's been a long time since we've seen an Abram Tong corner 3 as well.
Yeah.
Looking for one of those. We're yet to see someone from Wyndham. As I mentioned at the 3/4 time, someone's going to have to go big in this 4th quarter for Wyndham.
Yeah.
No one's really fired a shot.
Yeah.
It's been a few points, but we haven't seen something like we've seen it a few times where Daniel Herbert or Dolney or Abram Tong go back-to-back threes.
Yeah.
You know, which we've seen throughout the season, and in this game, they've gone bang, bang, all of a sudden it's back out to 6, 7, 8 points. So, well, yeah, Wyndham, Hume have been fantastic. Both teams have been great today. Credit to both teams making a fantastic game so far. 4 minutes to go. Couldn't ask for much more. Chris Elder.
This is a big play here.
Manasseh. Step back.
Huge three. And our viewers can probably hear that. The Hume faithful are going wild.
It's 5 points now in favour of the Broncos.
Plenty of time, but Wyndham really need to execute. Good ball movement.
As Dolney misses that three. Manasseh working hard on the rebounds. Elder to Vitala. Hume 5 points, just in control now. Wyndham need the answer. As the crowd getting Manasseh going. They find Vitala. Wraps it around. Manasseh outside. Over Herbert.
Great ball movement by Hume. Hopefully our viewers can hear the energy.
This Hume, the sixth man for the Broncos, has been huge. The bench, the bus from Broadmeadows has arrived.
Is that a reference to Troyce Manasseh playing as if he's two players? Or the crowd?
As Herbert can't get that one to go. Fitties with the rebound, dribbles out of trouble. 7 points now, Hume. Wyndham, talk about needing a stop. As Elder gets through, that's going to be off Herbert. Out of bounds. We talk about firing a shot. Hume fired the first shot of this fourth quarter. Wyndham going to need an answer here very quickly. So Daniel Herbert and KG now.
Beautiful. And that's called a charge. We'll have to watch the replay. I didn't have a clear view, did you?
No. As the headphones are getting blown up with the background noise.
And I believe that's 5 for KG.
5 fouls. Cavion Green is off the court. Broncos in control of this fourth quarter.
Still plenty of time, but that hurt.
Yeah, that would have made it a really interesting game. As the Broncos, everything's going for them now. As soon as, it's just one of those things, as soon as things start to go your way, they really start to go your way.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, like the
Yep.
Broncos, those shots weren't dropping in the first half. Or when they were down by a couple points, those shots weren't dropping. Like Max Vitala, he hit a few mid-ranges to be fair, but all of a sudden all these shots start dropping. They're dangerous. The Broncos, I don't know if Wyndham will have an answer here for them.
It's going to be hard. Look, it's still 2 minutes left, but the feel of the game, everything right now just seems a little more difficult for Wyndham. Testament to Hume's defense, and on the other end, those shots weren't dropping, you're right, and now they are, and you've got Troyce Manasseh, where it just feels like everything's going down for him. That rim's going to be as big as a hula hoop for him right now.
For Wyndham, is this now, you know, like all shots, we've got to start firing some threes off now? Like, is this where we have to start putting up some... We've got Dolney, Herbert, Reece Howard.
I feel like you've got enough time to get some good quality shots. Obviously, you know, you want to be getting quick shots. I don't necessarily think they have to fire threes, but on the other end, they got to get some stops too, which they haven't been able to do late in the fourth.
Need to stop Troyce Manasseh. That's a beautiful finish by Aaron Goldman. Cuts the lead to 7. Still time for Wyndham. Nice finish by Aaron.
And this is going to be huge.
Manasseh couldn't get it to go. Good rebound by Tomey. Howard now looking for an option. As we have a foul called on Chris Elder. Referee's having a quick word with Maurice Howard. Foul's on the floor, so it's a Wyndham ball. That's the 5th foul, I think, for the quarter for the Broncos. Oh, sorry, just the 3rd foul. So I look at the wrong side of the scoreboard. Tomey for 3. Couldn't get it to go. Good rebound by Saifulapolu. 7 points still in favour of Hume. Manasseh has got Daniel Herbert on him this time. The Broncos finishing very strong. We're down to the last minute now. Happy to take all their time. Chris Elder gets through, gets it to go. As everything's going the way of the Broncos. I think this game is done, Jules.
I think so, Mitch.
With that nail, that last Chris Elder shot, nail in the coffin. Wyndham are going to need some magic here. The Broncos have been fantastic the second half. This 4th quarter from the Broncos even. I don't want to start wrapping things up. We've got a timeout called.
And just smothering defense by Hume. It has been the story of the 4th quarter, hasn't it?
An 11-point to 27 quarter, 4th quarter. If you're going to choose any quarter of the game to go 27 to 11, you're picking the 4th quarter every time. Wowee, what a finish by Hume. So Wyndham, we're playing next week. I think it'll be a home game. I'm not sure how that works. Wyndham, the top team, do they lose home court advantage? With a loss here? Or will they get a home game next week?
If they finished ahead of the other 2 teams, which they did in the regular season, you'd think they get a home game. But I'm not saying that with any degree of certainty.
We'll see what happens. Well, it's looking like most likely Wyndham will be playing next week. Could be Sunbury, could be McKinnon, depending on how that game ends up.
This has been some 4th quarter, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's been not only 27 points in a quarter, it's a great quarter any day of the week, but keeping another team to 11 points in a quarter. A team of this calibre of Wyndham, keeping them to 11 points with some players like Reece Howard.
Wyndham had 107 last time these 2 teams played, so to hold them to 82 with 20 seconds left is some defensive effort.
As Wyndham can't control it, it's in the hands of Chris Elder. He gets the floater off this time. 10 points, 11 points in favour of the Broncos. Herbert going to fire a deep 3. Can't get it to go. Everyone's just waiting for the clock to finish off here. Broncos too good in the 4th quarter.
And that was a statement game.
Wait for the Hume crowd as Wyndham's crowd looks stunned.
Yep, I got to say, I'm impressed. I'm really, really impressed.
Yeah. So fantastic game by the Broncos. Wyndham were good for 3 quarters. Wyndham were great for 3 quarters. But you've got to play 4 quarters of basketball if you want to win games. Where are we? In August. You want to be playing at the tail end of the season. You've got to be playing 4 quarters of basketball. And Wyndham were just not up to the challenges the Broncos gave them in that 4th quarter. So credit to Hume. Now they have the week off.
Yep.
So they'll have the week off. They'll get to see they'll get to have a look at next week. Wyndham playing the winner of McKinnon and Sunbury.
Yep.
And they'll get to do their homework. But it's a good matchup for Hume with their size. Their size is their strength.
Yep.
And the size is probably also Wyndham's weak point. It's a matchup that obviously Wyndham have been able to adjust after losing the first game of the season. It's now tied at 2-2.
Yeah.
This is Hume have chosen a good time to tie it up.
Absolutely, and this is Wyndham's first loss since May 28th. So, and it couldn't have come at a better time for Hume.
Yeah. I think that'll wrap it up for us. I think, Jules, we'll have a quick little breather. We've got about half an hour before the Youth League Grand Final, Division 1 Youth League Grand Final between Wyndham and the Hume Broncos once again. So you'll have to click off this video if you're watching at home and locate your way to that one. It'll be kicking off in about half an hour. So we look forward to seeing you then. Thank you for joining us for the feed here today.
Thanks, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it.
All right, see you next time.